glimpse of the car because I was like a little further over than you guys were.
Yeah.
With my car.
Yeah, no, we just rolled in when it was dark.
Yeah, it was dark when I got here. And
I've camped here like a couple of years ago at this spot, so I didn't know there was a road here.
Oh, you did know?
I did know that this path was here, just because I camped here for a couple days, so I walked out in this area, but I didn't see anything else.
So a new friend just introduced us to this vehicle sitting here that's totally like abandoned. A BMW out in the middle of the woods. Doors are unlocked. The doors were closed when we came up on it, and they're unlocked and we opened it. The trunk has tools in it. The interior is a mess. There's some criminal documents here. The state of New Mexico criminal form.
I was like looking up the Durango.
There's another name here called
Yeah.
but I'm not a big fan of the
women,
cops.
There's like all these women's products in the back and everything.
Right?
But we did pop the trunk to make sure there was no bodies, and that's okay. It was just tools. Lots of tools.
Mm-hmm. I was afraid to find a body.
Yeah.
That's good that.
But the car, there's like lots of different pieces of the car that are just being held on by like wire and stuff. It's very strange.
So weird.
But those are good wheels, so we should probably take them.
Is this not actually a BMW? It's just a BMW rear hood.
You know, I was thinking about that too, but I think it is a BMW. Because the front's all BMW too. So weird. I mean, this car is obviously junky. Like maybe someone used it as a drifter.
Like this is all taped.
Yeah.
And clearly, like that window doesn't
That window
work.
was broken.
And
They taped
the
it.
tint is gone. All the other ones are tinted.
Mm-hmm. Key marks all down the side.
Oh yeah, somebody keyed this car. Anyway, it's very strange.
Look at the hood. This is so weird.
I give it like 20 minutes.
What do you think?
The entrance thing is I think it was about 9 or 9:30 last night.
Let's see. A lot of times now the thing is, I'm just wondering if maybe there's some keys in here for this car. Well, there's a.
I'm Jennifer.
You put
Yeah.
this
Broken.
like weed or something else?
Okay. My last name is Strickland.
It smells so nasty in there with that stale cigarette. Oh man. Huh?
If you see like a blue Toyota T100, like a 97 model,
Yeah.
We
and
did
he's
see a
like
blue.
6'4". He's a real tall, skinny dude.
Okay.
Tweaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got all the
That's what I said. I was
stuff
like,
going
I'm
on.
surprised I don't see any drug paraphernalia in this car, honestly.
Yeah, I
When
think
we looked in the
I
windows.
think he cleaned it out. I
Okay.
think he did because we got word he
It's
was up here.
open.
Yeah, it is. We know.
Okay.
We got up here last week looking for him, and then I just accidentally stumbled. I was like, I want to go check this road, and there happened to be a van parked about where you guys are, and they're like, yeah, there's this black car just parked up there. They were concerned. I was like, that's who I'm looking for. So, but he ditched out on foot. We looked for him.
So he actually owns that car,
He
but
does.
he's ditching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his well, I think he thought his dad would actually come get it for him.
Oh yeah.
And his dad has not done anything.
So if we come across this guy, is this guy dangerous? Like, should we even stay here? Or
So he's got prior weapons charges, but it's possession of a weapon by a previous offender. He does have some
does that
assault
mean?
history. It means he's a felon and he had a weapon on him.
Okay.
He got stopped by one of us or
Got
something.
it. Okay.
His history's not terrible as far as
It's not like a murder or something.
No.
yeah,
But I mean,
He's a tweaker, so
he's a
you
tweaker,
never
so
know.
I never know.
yeah.
I mean,
Our stuff could get stolen if we're not
Yeah,
at the
if you're
truck,
out and about.
possibly.
It's
Tweakers
possible.
like to steal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Okay, good to know.
Why would he come back to his vehicle though?
I think now this is all busted up. I don't think he will.
Right.
But before, like that night, he was running up and down the road. It was hauling butt, and no one would call him in. Everybody's like, yeah, we saw him just hauling butt up and down the road.
Yeah.
I'm like, why wouldn't you call? Because they're like, yeah, it's just kind of weird. I'm like, yeah, but you got little kids who are like right next to the road camping.
Yeah.
This guy keeps flying through.
Huh.
It just didn't make sense. But
Crazy.
so anyway, I don't know. I guess the Forest Service will have to tow it, but I've just been checking to make sure he hasn't come back and stuff. But I don't know that it'd be anybody I would fear. But I mean, you guys have a way of protecting yourself?
Not really.
Not really.
Not a firearm. Yeah.
We got this guy.
Right?
I'm standing right here.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you guys, whatever you feel comfortable being around. But
Yeah, it's good to know all that information and
It
consider
feels better
it
to
for
at
sure.
least know.
Yeah. Because we were like, we don't know. It's sketchy. I'm like, I don't know if we should stay here. And, you know, it's good to, at least we have some kind
Well,
of
maybe we'll just drive down the road and
idea.
see what other options there
there's
are.
a ton of places to camp up here.
Yeah.
So,
that
I
aren't
mean,
taken up, though.
Yeah. Well, if you run around on that or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, this road that you just passed back here, if you go back, there's like pretty good spots on the right and left before you hit the canyon. And then up here, there's quite a few spots.
Yeah, that we can get to.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
Yep, so.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
This is not what we expected to
This
see
is like
today.
taking up our whole day. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all
just-
good.
You know, you just never know what's going to happen.
We travel full time, so I mean, we're always,
This isn't like our
you know,
weekend
no.
away or something. This is just our life.
But we hadn't been on the road in a while because of COVID and stuff. This is pretty much our first time
Back
out on the road, but we're always,
Did you guys
you
get
know.
kind of locked down somewhere? Or is that
Yeah, we stayed in California. We had a friend that had a private farm, and we just stayed there, isolated. It was great. It was excellent. Perfect timing. And we were planning on being there anyways, but we extended that quite a bit longer because of COVID and all that. But
To see how things went.
I mean, it's paradise where she has this property. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
It's
a
pretty nice
creek
here,
on
too.
it. It's got everything. It's great.
So how do you full-time travel, if you don't mind me asking?
I have a YouTube channel, and I, you know, it's monetized, and I do pretty well on that. I got a couple of vintage Volkswagen buses. I'm based out of Orlando, so I work in a vintage Volkswagen shop down there. I got one that's getting pretty close to being done, so we're kind of making our way across the country. It's at the upholstery shop. As soon as it's done there, I got to assemble it. So,
Nice.
but yeah,
We make it work. It's also a cheap way to live. You know, we don't have debt. We don't have
Yeah.
bills
That's neat,
really. So we can live off a lot less than other people.
That's way cool.
Live
yeah.
comfortably.
Oh, it's a lot of
happily.
fun. It's a great
Don't
life.
have to
see
show up to
see
work.
The country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I always. Well, I'm on YouTube all the time looking at videos, but you know, I'm like, man, some of these guys they have hundreds of videos.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I've been at it for about 3 years. I created my channel a long time ago, but consistently putting out videos, I started when I moved into my van. So all my travels and how I built my van and all that kind of stuff is on there.
Nice. How does that pay, if you don't mind me asking?
It's no, I don't care at all. I'm totally open about that. Google owns YouTube, and I get paid through Google AdSense. So
the
really, I just
advertisers
make
that are on YouTube.
the ads they roll on my videos. I get paid pennies.
It's the same
you know?
way if you owned a website and you had ads on the side, you know, of the website. That's through AdSense. You know, you get paid through the advertising agency pretty much.
What does that pay per an advertisement and stuff like that?
It's
It
pennies.
changes
Yeah,
all the
it's tiny amount, but when you're getting a million views, it adds up to thousands.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
great.
so it fluctuates. COVID really killed it. I mean, it dropped my revenue down to an eighth of what it was. It went. I mean, I've been doing pretty good, around a couple $1,000s a month, totally livable when you're living this way. But COVID knocked it down to like $250 was the lowest it went because all the advertisers started pulling out,
Right, yeah.
making less money, but it's coming back up. It's gonna bounce back, and you know,
Just like everything.
I got a sponsor too, a car company that they sell parts and stuff. They sponsor me, so
Nice. That's what
little bits of income from different places are coming. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And we review products, and you know, there's all types of different parts of it.
Yeah. Well, that's neat though.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you have a plan and you can make it work, why not? Huh?
Yeah.
it's
Totally.
working. It's working for now. Yeah, it's going good.
Good.
But yeah, since you like YouTube, you ought to check out my channel.
What's your channel?
If you just check out Bread Trucker.
Bread truck.
Yep, because I live in a bread truck. You'll definitely find it that way.
I will do that.
You're gonna be on it in a month or so. So
Well, just make us look good.
that's you know
Well,
that.
you've been awesome. So
Yeah, you've been
you make
absolutely
yourself look
great
however
for
you
sure.
do.
Yeah, I
It's not up
have
to us.
I have put a couple pullover videos on there because I get messed with in
We
this
get
truck,
some people like to
Oh.
harass
and
us.
yeah, you know, I'm never doing anything wrong. So I have the confidence. I'm like, You could do whatever you want because I'm not doing anything unless you want to
You'll
plant
see.
something in my truck, you know,
You'll
then
see.
it's fine. But yeah, I mean, you know.
Yeah, way cool. Well, sir,
Totally.
here's my card. And you
Awesome.
guys can have
Okay,
that.
Thank you.
But if you have any questions, call our office if you guys are up here or something.
Can we see anything?
Yeah,
Well, let me
definitely.
write our dispatch number on
Sure.
there.
Yeah, if that guy
911
comes around,
911's
I'll
off
let you know.
The way to go.
Yeah.
But,
If we actually see him or something.
yeah,
Sure.
but hopefully you read my writing.
Yeah.
So, but if you do see him or
Right.
think you might have saw him, if you call dispatch, we can run up here and just double
Okay,
check.
and there was a blue Toyota.
Blue Toyota. Yeah, 97.
T100.
It didn't have a cab on it?
I don't know that.
Because there
They
was a
didn't
blue
report it as
Toyota.
that.
There was a blue
No,
pickup that drove
that
past.
was a Ford Ranger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't report it as that, so.
Okay.
Okay.
So probably
Cool.
not.
Yeah. We may move down a couple sites because I don't know about sticking around where this car's at.
Yeah.
Well, and
be-
there's,
But, you know,
there's
who
lots of
knows?
places around here to camp, too.
Yeah.
Cool, maybe we'll go
Let me
check out
ask
my
you
car.
just a technical question about the law.
Okay.
I've heard of people getting in trouble with cannabis being on a federal land, even though this is
Oh,
a
yeah,
legal
that's a good
state.
question.
I just want to make sure that
This is a van
'cause
life
I
session.
use cannabis, but
Yeah,
you know,
so federal laws still prohibit it. So
Mm-hmm.
any Forest Service and BLM, and it's still
so like
prohibited.
here, if I had some, it would be illegal.
Prohibited.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's really kind of tough because
I'm sure.
the laws changed a lot with that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is considered your house.
Yeah.
So that also changes for you a little bit. Now,
Yeah.
if you were to go to a hotel, you know, you're still not supposed to do that because, you know, semi-public because of hallways
Yeah.
and everything else, you could expose someone else to that.
Yeah.
Residence, you're fine. Travel, it's, even on the highway, if, you know, people wanted to mess with you a little bit, they could because
Even
highways
just
are,
having it in your vehicle, obviously, it's a different thing.
well,
if you're
highways
impaired.
are federally
Right.
manned. You know,
Oh.
so you know, technically, no one really messes with it a whole lot. I
Yeah.
mean, unless you're doing something,
Right.
you know, smoking and driving, so you're
Sure.
like a DUI, but
Totally.
it's DUID in the state of Colorado. Unless you're doing something like that, most people won't really bother you.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was asking. I got pulled over in Reno, and he was asking about it, and I was like, "What? Why is he even asking? Like it's legal, you know?" But
Well,
I guess if
and
you
be
can,
cautious
you know-
crossing state lines.
Oh yeah.
Because if you
totally.
purchase it in Colorado, it's illegal to cross the state line with it.
Even
Yeah.
into another legal state.
Yep, because
Yeah.
federally,
It's federally,
you're crossing
that's
a
the
state
boundary.
line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't travel with it anymore at all. So, like, I just go to a legal state. If I want some, I get some. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, it's not worth the trouble. I like having the peace of mind if I do get pulled over. That,
Not
Yeah,
doing
I'm
anything
not-
wrong.
yeah, so-
Yeah, it's,
Yep.
I mean, it's, yeah. I wish that it was like a nationwide.
Yeah.
Totally,
we
me
don't-
too.
So everybody understood it.
Mhm.
Because it's so, well, it's like any law. It's really tough because, you know, you might be used to a law in Florida that is absolutely not the same here.
Totally.
Or near the same.
It's like I have a concealed weapons permit too, but I don't like carrying a weapon because if I go into
Crossing state
California,
line.
it's a totally different story.
different
You know, I can't really have a handgun in California, so
Yep.
that just complicates traveling. So up to this point, I've chosen not to carry one.
Yeah.
But
Well, and look at what state, so like Colorado, their concealed carry is good, and I think it's like 22 states, or I might be a little off with the number, but they recognize it in like several other states.
Yeah.
Florida's might be recognized in several other states. California doesn't recognize any other
Right.
state.
Right.
But there's a few states that are like that they don't recognize it at all.
Right.
So yeah, just as long as you know
It's tricky.
where you're going, then
yeah,
it's probably fine.
I don't do that much research, and I'm not on top of it as much as I should. So that's why I just don't
It's
have one.
pretty simple. I mean, you can Google just concealed carry versus, you know, via state or something
Mm-hmm.
like that, and it'll pop up and show you what's like. You can click on Florida,
Yeah.
and it'll tell you what state on the map your concealed carry is good in.
Yeah. But
Colorado does that.
even for me though, like sometimes we go to Canada and
Yeah,
you
well,
can't bring
that's
a gun
a
into Canada. I'm gonna
Right.
dig a hole and bury it and then get it on my way out or
We-
something.
We
so.
hear about people doing that.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I mean, it is kind of nice to have a firearm, but
Moments like this.
yeah,
Yeah. Well,
just
a
in
means
case.
of protecting yourself
Sure.
is good to have.
I mean, I got a big old baseball
Like, what do
bat
you mean,
in
like a
there, so-
machete or something?
That you cut up your lettuce with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's good to be able to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Because you never know. But
No doubt.
Yeah.
yeah,
I got bear spray.
Yeah.
Well, be cautious with that, because I bet if you read the container, it says not for use on humans.
Oh,
Well,
so
if
then
someone
if you
was
hit
attacking me, I
somebody,
don't know if I care.
I hear you.
but they
I'm
could
just,
sue
I'm
you
just
or something
cautioning
like
you.
that.
Yeah.
They make stuff for humans for a reason, and that stuff is pretty brutal compared to what we use. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure if you were to use it, it would be a matter of life and death, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
it
whatever.
would take me
So,
a lot to do
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's not fun, I can tell you.
Yeah.
I've
You've
never
been
done
hit
bear
with.
spray,
You've been
but
hit with.
OC and all
You've
that
been hit with regular because you have to.
Oh, in
to
training,
yeah.
you have to.
Yeah, tased,
That can't be
OC.
good. I've never been
Yeah.
sprayed, so I don't. I
Then
can
less
only
lethal,
imagine.
you know, ammunition, stuff like that. We don't shoot each other with it, but we have to
Yeah.
be certified every year with that stuff. So,
Yeah.
So are you from this area?
yes, ma'am. Yeah, I actually grew up in La Plata County, and I moved over to Montezuma about.
We found an abandoned car in the woods back here.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Yep, we're the ones.
Do you have a dog with you?
I do.
Sweet.
There's a cat around here somewhere.
Yeah.
It's back there.
Car's back up that way.
Yeah.
How far up there?
Just right there.
You can see it.
from there.
Yep.
Right
Do you
on.
need me to move so you can drive by? Or?
No, I'll walk up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Official.
We are the official.
Official
He, like,
peanuts.
does not look like he has a scared bone in his body.
He does.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't seem concerned at all.
Should we just tell him it's unlocked?
No,
We'll figure it out.
Just kidding.
we'll pretend like
We'll
we
see.
never
We'll
went
see
in
if he
there.
does exactly what we just did and all of it.
I wonder.
Or he's gonna look at the VIN number.
Yeah,
He's gonna run the VIN number probably.
it looks like he's looking through the windshield. It's usually on the driver's side though.